Alright, hello everyone, welcome to Cinderful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. We certainly are trying to today. We're going to be painting up some models to hopefully get them finished for a tournament on the weekend. Leaving it a bit late, but you know what, we're going to do it. We're going to at least get these attempted to be painted in time for a tournament on the weekend. Tournament doesn't have to be painted, but it'd be nice if I can get these done. So we've done most of our Stormcasts. Now we've got a couple waiting on some spray to dry, so the Stormcasts are coming along nicely. But meantime, we're just gonna move along with these and get these painted up. And if you're there, say hello, let us know what you're working on, what you're hobbying on. Love to hear from you all. Slowly start base coating all this green to start with, get the cloth done. And so yeah, I'm going to be using these old Wood Elf Way Watchers as my Shadow Warriors for the games. Nice, just playing some Dragon Age Inquisition, awesome. Slowly but surely we'll get all these done. Yeah, that's been known for a little bit. I think a few of the employees have sort of not gone to work the past few days, so everyone was sort of expecting it. But oh well, it is what it is. Can't be helped. Yeah, so. But it's not like I don't have plenty of stuff to get painting. So just suck it up and paint some of the models that I have already. And so yeah, and I've got a bunch of old Way Watchers, including a couple of heroes. I've got the old like Wood Elf Lord with bow, these cool horns, and I've got a couple of models, a couple of third-party miniatures. I've got one 3D printed model that's pretty cool, and a couple of characters from Dark Sword Minis to round out the unit. Yeah, so we'll just slowly make some progress. Well, hopefully fast on these. Just gonna hopefully smash these out in a couple of days. 20 way watches. Probably do a nice big long hobby hangout tomorrow night to really sort of get them done. Oh, nice. Friday's good weather. You're going to prime your Dawn Riders? That sounds awesome, man. Get cavalry working. How many have you got? Like, that depends. I wouldn't do them all the same color, but I also wouldn't do too many colors. So if you got like 5, do 3 one color and 2 the other color. Yeah. Yeah, if you got 5, do like 3 one color, 2 the other color. Don't like go 5 different colored horses. Hey, Kev. Yeah, lockdown's not too bad. Like, so I'm in Adelaide, so we're no longer in lockdown. Sydney's the one that's getting buggered by lockdown. They're affecting my Warhammer supply because of that. Adelaide's pretty fine. We had 1 week of lockdown. I was in quarantine for 2 though, but yeah. I do hope it sorts itself out soon. Nice. Look forward to seeing it, man. I am lucky enough. I've actually got a tournament this weekend, and that's why we're painting some Way Watchers to use as Shadow Warriors, because hopefully I can get these at least to a decent enough standard, at least enough paint on them that they look okay. Or I'll run them in my Living City army. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the right sort of advice. Like, there's some hints and stuff in the Hobgrot lore that Chaos Dwarves are maybe a thing, so it's worth just holding on to them for a little bit if they don't appear in like the next year or two. Oh, yeah. Who knows what the future will hold. Yeah, like he can sell if he wants, but like there's every chance that they don't come back, like that they don't come, and then you've got no Chaos Dwarf models, and you probably won't. If they're not coming back, then you ain't gonna have them. I know. Nice. Yeah. I generally don't sell my models anymore. Like every time I've sold models, I always feel like I feel bads about them. So I just don't sell stuff anymore. Like, I've still got all these old Wood Elves. I will be painting up a Warhammer Fantasy Wood Elf army at some point as well. Getting ready for Old World to come back. But yeah, I just don't like selling old models. I always want them back in some way. You'll be like, oh, I wish I didn't sell that at some point. I just always end up regretting selling armies. It's always the thing that happens. So I got these to do. I do like what I was thinking of doing, like a what's on the paint desk, so people can sort of see what's getting worked on for the channel, what they can expect to see in the future for the channel. Yeah, Kev, no worries, man. Send me the photo later. Get some hobby going, man. I'm getting some in myself. I've still got my Space Marines and Necrons sitting there. I've got some Emperor Spears to paint up. We'll be getting some 40k stuff done on the channel soon, although I have... You can't sell the bikers? Why's that? Surprised, they're cool looking models. If you're joining us, let us know what you're hobbying on and what you're doing. Love to hear from everyone. Yeah, Hades, why can't you sell those bikers? So I'm hopefully gonna smash these out. These I've got a Lord of the Rings game like planned. I need to get an army painted up for that. Worked out a list and stuff just based off the basics that I have, and so I will learn Lord of the Rings from there. And just working on the ones, like just organizing them down here and the ones that are the same sculpts. So when I start doing bits and pieces, I can sort of work in like little production groups. So So we've got a couple of Waywatcher Lord models in there. I've converted one up. Actually, he was missing his hand, so one's got his bow pointing sideways, and then the other one's just the regular standard model in the unit. So these will just be regular Shadow Warriors because I've got a cool looking model that I got from a 3D printing company for my champion. So yeah, it's cool. These Waywatcher Lord models are so cool. And then I've got some. I've got an old Wood Elf Lord with the bow and the giant horns. He's got a cool little birdie there as well. Can't say I'm too familiar. I know what Dragon Age Inquisition is, but I can't say I'm too familiar with it. Like I said with Halo, I am not a massive video game player. Yeah, so I'm just slowly making progress on these old elves. And he just came right off his base. Of course he did, his metal model. At least he didn't break in pieces. That was a solid thud on the table there. I'll glue it back on in a sec. Not too bad. He just came straight off the base. Nothing too bad. I'll glue him back on in a sec. Yeah, then I got this cool 3D printed model, so I'm going to use this guy as my champion. Pretty sweet looking archer dude with a nice cool like wooden helmet. So this will be my nice champion model. Then we got these two cool minis from Dark Sword Miniatures, which will be just random way watchers in the unit. This is a cool male and female elf archer model from Dark Sword Miniatures. I'm hoping plastic. I'm hoping. Forge World has done a lot of plastic stuff lately, and I hope plastic. So hope it's plastic if they are resin kits. Oh dear. It'd be horrible. I think we'll get really good quality. I think they're going to update all the kits. I think we'll get a really nice refined looking set of models. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look into. Well, I'm going to have to look into some Lord of the Rings minis for some 4-droid minis for Lord of the Rings. That's just part of the game. That's not terrible for like a character like Thranduil, in all honesty, is it? Few secs, I will be right back. Sorry about that. Just have to quickly go check something. Oh, that's better. There we go. Thought the super glue had stuck back to its lid. Hasn't, so we're all good. I'll just stand up the model and we'll leave that and we'll get doing a second coat of green on the. Yeah, Mirkwood is definitely on my horizon for an army I'd like to get in Lord of the Rings. Generally, my big three, like Lord of the Rings armies, I think I would be interested in Eastlings, which I have here, Mirkwood, and Rohan. The game's pretty cool, like Lord of the Rings. From what I remember and from what I've been told, not a lot has changed. So I'm really keen to get a friend who's going to give me some teaching games, and then hopefully I'll get a couple of armies painted up on the channel so we can get out regular battle reports. But yeah, I'm interested to give it a go. Right. But yeah, I think there's going to be a big resurgence in the Lord of the Rings game when we see the Lord of the Rings TV show start to get shown off. I think come when that is out, I think the game is going to re-emerge as a very popular system because it's going to capitalize straight away on that market. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that game goes in the future. Like I'm about to get a TV series adaptation to it. Yeah, I mean, come on, it shouldn't surprise you that I like Legolas, should it? Like, I like wood elves. Legolas is a big reason why I like the elves I do. Legolas and Haldir are my favorite characters in Lord of the Rings. And Éomer is probably number 3. Who are you referring to? I don't think my mind's gone to the right place for characters. I mean, I'm thinking Eladan and Elra here, the two twin boys. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. See, that was my one. I'm pretty sure I'm overthinking this. With 3 hunters. Yeah, so I do want to get like into more games. Lord of the Rings is definitely like high on the agenda. Probably while we wait for these to dry, I've got a couple of other things going. I'll do some stuff on the couple of Stormcasts I got there, and then we might slap some bread on the Haradrim, the Easterlings there. Well, obviously you've seen that I picked up Elder Scrolls. I'm really interested in that. Marvel Crisis Protocol, I'm really interested in. I'm a nice superhero nerd. And the same thing with probably looking up the Batman miniature game as well from Night Models, along with the Harry Potter miniature game from Night Models as well. I think both of them really interest me. See, Star Wars is okay for me. I think I'm not as big a fan. I'm much more fantasy orientated. So, yeah, Song of Ice and Fire game I'm interested in, like Game of Thrones. Have heard lots of good things about Star Wars though. But yeah, I've heard good things about the Star Wars game, so I am intrigued by it, by the fact I've heard good things about it. I'm definitely more inclined to do the Clone Wars stuff much more than the Empire vs. Luke, the Empire sort of era. Yeah, GW literally have zero competition. Like, there's no one on there. I'll be interested with Atomic Mass games in the future because they've obviously got Marvel Crisis Protocol, which is picking up steam. It's gone pretty well, and then they've just got the Star Wars licenses off Fantasy Flight Games, so it looks like they're a Disney-based company, which is interesting. I think as a future. So, be interesting to see how Atomic Mass goes with Marvel, with Disney games. A Harry Potter miniature game I'm interested in. That'll be fun. Yeah, well, and like probably the best one is Lord of the Rings, and it's still GW. Like the non-Warhammer world is Lord of the Rings, and that's still GW. Apparently, that new Conquest game coming out is pretty good, though. I'm just not enthralled by any miniatures from that game. I don't know how to look because a lot of people suggested it, but I can't say any of the miniatures really capture me. I'm interested in Darklands by Mercia Miniatures, or Miss, as some people will call it. Yeah, like people are saying it's good, but like the lore to me just doesn't. Like the minis just don't excite me at all. I went and had a look, and zero miniatures excite me about it. Kings of War, there's interesting things in that. I mean, that's just Warhammer Fantasy, but with a different skin. But there are cool minis in Kings of War. I'll give them that. Yeah, just. But yeah, it is hard to find a fantasy-based game. But the channel, as I grow more and more with the channel, I want to have more things on here, more games for people to play, more games to show off. I mean, Games Workshop gives me a very large amount of games to play and show off, but I definitely like to look at other places as well. While we wait for these layers to dry, we're just going to do the last bit I need to do on these, which is pick out some gold. The Skyrim game, though, like that attracts me because, well, Skyrim's got good lore. I like the setting and all that, and the game looks interesting. I really like the idea of how it can be played as like a Warhammer Quest style game or as an actual tabletop game. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I am super keen for those Dragon Riders for Age of Sigmar. They look super sweet. Yeah, packs of 2 could be a thing. I think they'll be expensive if that's the case. I still think 1 per box is what we're going to get. I think that's my thought. I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true, like, because they moved the Man Crushing Gargants up, but you never know. It all depends on their points. Like, if they're like 350 points for one, then they'll sell them in one. So. I mean, GW do a lot of things that don't make sense, so never use that as an excuse for GW to do something that's starting you on the road to failure there, buddy. We shall see. I hope they're twos, because that'll mean they're a bit cheaper. Hopefully. Yeah, that's true. Like, I think that's a solid argument there. Yeah, we're just gonna quickly get the green on this, then we'll get my Knight Vexilla going. So he'll have. He needs his washers put on him. So we need a Raka Flesh. He is such a sweet model, though, isn't he? The Vexler. Then we're going to put a coat of red on all of those to get them ready. And then I'm currently building up my crawl boys back here as well. The new one. Oh, yeah, the new Vexler. Yeah, he's the Dominion one. Such a sweet model. It's probably one of my favorite models in the kit. Probably my favorite hero model in the kit. That includes Indrasta. I think he just looks every bit the party should look. Oh, shit. Dropping my models left, right, and center today. At least this one's plastic and won't come off his base. Just sort of bounced. So wait for those to dry. Alright. Let's just get this going. Now we're going to get some Haradrim painted, so we're going to need to grab out some corn red. Just going to make sure I have a nice good look at the Haradrim models. Now we're going to need a bigger brush, I think. I need a better, bigger brush. Where has my bigger brush gone? To really speed that process up for the Easterlings. I'm going to put that one brush that I need. Oh, there it is. Brush is dead as well. I don't actually think I have a good brush to do them. Alright, well, we're going to have to leave the Easterlings there. I don't have a good brush for them. Alright, though, with that, so let's see. Do I have a better brush I can use? Need a better brush. Yeah, the rest of my brushes. Work. Alright. Just need a really cheap, crappy brush to base coat in the hundreds with. So. Cool. This looks like it's going to work. Base coat all over the model. Getting that red all nice and done. So if you're joining us, let us know what hobby you're working on. Love to hear from you all. We're just working through a couple of projects that are on the desk at the moment. We've got some Way Watchers that I'm waiting to dry. So the base coats, so I'm going to apply a wash. Same with some Stormcast, just finished the base coat, so we can apply the washes to the Stormcast. Now we're just base coating a bunch of Easterlings for the Lord of the Rings miniature game. Well, Middle-earth battle game, strategy battle game, I should say. So we're just getting a nice base coat of corn red here on all these Easterlings. Pick up the gold, pick up the metal, and we're just going to do a real simple scheme on these. So we'll do the red, we'll do the gold, we'll do the leather, and then the metal and all that. And then we'll just simply wash the entire thing with Agrax, and then just do some highlights. And that'll be that. Do have some characters that I'll probably spend a little bit more time on. Yeah, slowly but surely, I might actually pour a bit of this out so we can. I'm going to go through a lot of this red. Yeah, so slowly but surely we're going to make our way through all of this. Paint desk. So slowly going to punch our way through these, and then we'll get the gold going. And then once we've done this, we should be able to go do the wash on the Vexilla and the Stormcast, and then we'll be able to get our wash done on the elves, and we can start getting the cloth all done for the elves, which would be nice. Slowly but surely making our way through these Easterlings. Got a license for that brush? Sure do. It's just a nice, big, cheap, crappy brush. Really good for base coating, JN. So just smacking down some red on these Easterlings. And then my layers should be done on my other ones. The other models I've been working on tonight. So we can just sort of flip between projects as like washes dry and stuff like that. Leaked Horus Heresy stuff. Ooh, is there more? Has there been more Leaked Horus Heresy stuff? Jane? If there is a new starter set for Horus Heresy, I am in to Heresy. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, like if that turns out to be a box set or something, I am so down for that. Do me some. If I got back into Heresy, I would be doing. There's three that really stand out for me. My three favorite legions are Alpha Legion, Raven Guard, and Blood Angels. Being nostalgic for Scattered Ice. I'm excited to get into 40k myself soon. I've got my Empress Spears that I'm working on. Probably going to have a Crusade campaign going on the channel at some point soon. We're working on Path to Glory, so that should be up and running hopefully within the next month. We should have a Path to Glory campaign going. I like Sevatar, but I don't really care much else outside of him, Night Lord wise. Yeah, like that's the easy thing because I have the channel and because like I sort of help organize the community stuff around the area as well. It's easy to sort of just I have a good group of friends that play in the right spirit of the game. Not Lords Omnibus. Yep, long time ago. I probably should go read it again. Current on my listening desk, I have Dominion by Darius Hinks. Yeah, I get that. I've got like Adelaide's very small. Adelaide, I don't know how to compare it to like a city in like England because Adelaide is our population of Adelaide is only like 1.6 million, and I'm out in the suburbs of Adelaide, so I'm not even in central Adelaide. I'm 10 minutes from Bush. But obviously, I get to play games pretty easy, and the wife's really cool with it because we have the channel. So helps the channel succeed. But yeah, so yeah, no, I would be excited for Horus Heresy to get a proper new plastic box set and stuff. Stamina for what? Like just batch painting? Yeah. Painting is relaxant for me. It's relaxing. Use as a chef, you learn not to sleep. So I have a very supportive wife. I will say that, like, she makes everything I do that much easier. I guess like it's easy when I've got as good a setup as I do here. Like, so the whole room, you see the games on the channel. I'm in the corner of it, and then you can see over that way is the games. Like, I've got a large space for hobby. It helps that I never have to like pack up my hobby or any of that sort of stuff because of this is just my hobby room. Speaking of games, I've got another game lined up tomorrow, and I've got a tournament this weekend, so just a little one day. Be good. A lot of people's first like real shot at 3.0. Here we go. That's the last of these Easterlings at least. I've got the character boxes. I've got Amdur, Lord of Blades, and a character pack of the Easterlings to paint up still, but we'll get to that when we do. Yeah, see, that's the easiest thing. I can leave stuff on my desk, and then I can go back. I can paint for 20 minutes if that's all I'm going to get. But it's already there, ready, set to go. So now we need to do some 13 camo shade on all these Weight Watchers. Lord of the Rings is a fantastic game. I haven't played it in many years. My mate, I managed to pick up a bunch of Eastling, like the Warriors here. I picked up for like $60, and this is like 3 or 4 boxes worth of Eastlings. I picked them up on the cheap because I was like, you know what, I'd love to give it a go. Also, I like Eastlings. The look of them is pretty cool. And so I picked them up really cheap, and then I only had to buy like the 2 character packs that I did, and I'll probably go buy a couple of extra things after. But the game's cool, or at least it was last time I played it. Used to play it a lot more in my youth. It's actually probably one of the games I played almost as much of that as Warhammer Fantasy back in the day, just because I started in the hobby around the time Lord of the Rings came out, so that's probably why I'm so fond of it. But yeah, so I have like this affinity with it, but I'm keen to learn and play it again. I've got a mate who's going to teach me, and so we should have some games on the channel showing it off. Should be fun. Same sort of thing with 40k. That's the aim with like 40k is I want just. And I've got a really good Age of Sigmar community, and I want to just branch out and try and meet other people as well. And from what people are telling me, people are happy I'm getting into 40k because apparently they like what I bring to Age of Sigmar, and they want me to bring it to 40k as well. So it'll be something I strive to do with 40k is bring that sort of fun, casual thing that I sort of like playing Age of Sigmar to 40k as well. Got my Elder Scrolls game to play as well. Me, so yeah, I've existed since fantasy. I play, so for those, if you watch the like get to know me video, the questionnaire, I've played Warhammer properly since about 4th, 5th edition fantasy. I was there during the end times. I honestly thought it was awesome. I am not kidding. I'm one for a good story. Like, this is probably where like I enjoy just being taken along for the ride with the story. And look, I'll admit there were times when I was like, "Oh, my favorite thing's been removed," or like I wasn't confident in the game, and there were shaky moments with Age of Sigmar, no doubt. However, the end times I was excited for. I thoroughly enjoyed the story, everything happening. It probably does help that I'm an elf player. I wasn't a dwarf player. I understand all dwarves' hatred of the end times. They got shafted. But in saying that, I think I was more worried about what the game became after in the initial thought than I ever was about the actual end times and the lore. I didn't care that it blew up. Every good story has an ending. Yeah, and well, that's like, I'm just happy to play more games. I want to experience more games. I enjoy Age of Sigmar. I want to find out and enjoy some other things on the channel as well, and meet other fun people to enjoy more games with. Because I'm sure, like, we've got some people who enjoy 40k on the channel already. I know that. Yeah, Hades, look, like everything from Age of Sigmar, from that initial launch, it just gets better and better. And so, yeah. Oh, nice. You and your group of friends have only been into AOS for like 2 weeks. Like, is that your first experience into tabletop wargaming, Rick? Oh, yeah, cool. I think the one that broke the ice for me, like, so I didn't mind KO when they came out. I thought KO for me was that first one that went, this is what Age of Sigmar is going to do. Like, I think we're all like going, oh, cool, these Khornate Blood Warriors. I mean, like, all of that was just larger Chaos Warriors with Khorne Plate and all that sort of stuff. You know, there was nothing. Like Stormcast we're still just, at the time they were thought of as, you know, just generic sort of looking palette. They're pretty paladin-y. I think KO went, like, there's nothing overly techy about Stormcast. I think KO. Oh, nice. Bone Reapers, Rick. Awesome, man. I think everyone voted that I'm going to be doing Bone Reapers for my Buff Glory campaign. So we'll be getting them painted up soon. I've got a cool scheme for my Bone Reapers. I've done like a C scheme. And so for my Ossiarch Bone Reapers, the narrative I'm going with is, because we're going to be playing in Gur for our narrative campaign, the narrative I've got for them is that their particular thing, they hunt the bones of giant beasts in the oceans of Gur. And that's what they're made up of. Everyone gets their time in the sun, though, man. Like, never fear. If your army's bottom of the pile now, it'll be top now. Yeah, like outside of Avalon, like Avalon's great. He is, but the other ones just don't hit quite. I still think I'm on the right track with how to make all those non-hero monsters cool. Is give them unique monstrous rampages. I think that's how you make non-hero monsters better and give them like that purpose and make this the special thing. And you don't give unique rampages to hero monsters. They're hero monsters, so that they're all about the hero. They get command abilities. I think that's how you make the non-hero monsters work better. You know, things like a tree lord or the spirit of the mountain, Cygors and Gorgons and Helping Abominations. Oh, ogres are awesome. I literally just finished painting up an ogre army. If you go back and look at some of the hobby hangouts from Link, you'll see me painting up ogres. I just finished painting up like 2,000 points of ogres. So we should have them on the channel. I've got to finish basing a couple. Once that's done, we'll have some ogre bat reps on the channel for you to watch. You're not far off. So my 2,000 points ogres, I've had a 4 Thunder Tusk army back from when the Thunder Tusk medal was a thing in the start of Age of Sigmar, and I finally painted them up. So I've got 4 Thunder Tusk, 4 Mornfang Cavalry, a Hunter, and 4 Frost Sabers. And then on top of that, I've got the entirety of Feast of Bones, but I haven't painted up anything from Feast of Bones yet. Didn't need that for the 2,000 points. And I've also got a Slaughtermaster. Yeah. I didn't like the Lumineth Rumblers. I think most of their points increases were validated. I didn't get why the mountain stuff went up when that was like, okay, that was a popular list, but it definitely wasn't the list that was winning tournaments. Nice, man. I'm glad to hear the little community there is great. We've got a good little community in the Discord. Some really good dudes in there. And girls in there as well. Really good guys, girls, and other in there as well. People. We'll go with people. That's the best word. That is the right word I should be using. Yeah, they should have just put Sentinels up and not hit Warden so hard. Because now, like, by putting Wardens up, you hurt every build in the army. Even the, like, more fun builds. I wouldn't have minded so much if the Wardens went up, like 10, I think was probably fair. They should have gone up a little bit. Most things in the game should have. Oh, nice. Owns a game shop in St. Louis. That is in America, if I'm correct. Yeah, St. Louis, because I'm using my my NFL thing. That was where the Rams used to be, football wise. Probably touching on a touchy subject if you are a football fan because you lost your Rams. St. Louis, Missouri. I'm trying to remember. I think there's other things in Lumineth. I think people just don't play them. Right. We won't say what team I like supporting in the NFL. I enjoy watching NFL because I'm like a chef by trade. Like chef's my day job. I never really get to watch my own local sport. So like watching morning sport was really cool because like American football's on at like between like 6 and 10 a.m. where I am most of the time, which is pretty cool. So American football, I am a Seahawks fan, and I'll tell you a funny thing about Seahawks. So when I got into it, like me and my friends were like, well, when I was watching, I didn't like when I started getting into it. I didn't want to watch and pick the. There was a Super Bowl on. I'm pretty sure it was Patriots and Seahawks. That's right, and that was the Super Bowl. I'm like, I'll go for the team that loses because I don't want to seem like a bandwagon jumper. And the Seahawks lost. The Seahawks lost, and then I did some research, and turns out they won the year before. So I was sort of like picking on a good team regardless with that one, Patriots or Seahawks. At that point, I don't think there was a bad pick to go with which team you want to support. Victor, nice to see you there from Poland. Hope you're doing well, mate. What are you working on, or are you at work? In which case, please do not get caught watching me on a stream while you're at work. Yeah, I'm not that deep. I enjoy watching the game, but I pay like no attention to anything outside of that. Nice, Victor. Oh, nice, cool. Well, I'm just here chatting with peeps and painting up some models, at least for the next, half an hour. I'm going to game against my mates Caradron Overlords tomorrow. So we'll have a battle report up of that one for you all in the next few days. Victor, I'm glad you're enjoying the Beast of Chaos stuff, man. I really enjoy playing my Beast of Chaos. They're a fun army to play. Hopefully, there's rumors of a new book as the rumored the Chaos one will be told. Hopefully, that's a new Beast of Chaos book. Ooh, nice. That is a cool box set. That Lumineth one. I really like the dice in that. I like all the little spell cards and stuff. Juicy. Yeah, I think Eltharion's definitely gone up in value now. He is really good in the new edition. Yeah, it's just sad that they made the stone stuff like worse, because I don't think it deserved to get worse. It was like, yes, it was a really popular list to run the 2025 Stone Guard, a Stone Mage, and Teclis was Avalon and Teclis was a really popular list. But I don't think that list was a problem at all, was it? Like, there was no one winning tournaments. If Lumineth were winning a tournament, they were winning it with the Aurelin Legion and Teclis. So I don't know why they sort of nerfed. Yeah, take your things slow with Lumineth Realm Lords. Play something easy to begin with. I think Eumetrica is just a really simple one to play with, or play with no sub faction to start with. The sub factions in Lumineth add a ton, like Alithia and Zytrek, add a ton of new things for you to learn. So just play without sub factions. Play non-sub faction Lumineth to begin with would be my advice, just to learn, and then you can add your sub factions in later. No, I don't think Lumineth are missed. I still think Lumineth are really good. Jack from Rerolling Ones has been on an absolute tear with them lately. Winning tournaments with them. I think they're an army that really shows how good a player you are. Like, they will be really hard to use. Yeah, Alumnia is actually a good one. If you're going to start with sub factions, Alumnia is a good one. Yeah, definitely don't go like Alithia or Zytrek to start with. But yeah, I think Lumineth are really good. They just really show a good player. Like, if you're a really good player with Lumineth, you will do really, really well. They are very much one of the most. Yeah, see, Teclis on himself. Teclis is just such an amazing piece. I think trying to play. That's a downside, I think, for Lumineth. I think without Teclis, now they are sufficiently weaker. They used to be okay without Teclis, and now I think they need him more than ever. Which is disappointing. But I've got a ton of Lumineth there, and I'm going to play them, and I'm going to make them work. I did it with Scourge Privateers. I can do it with this. No, I picked up a lot of my Holy Grail hobby. In fact, I found one of my favorite hobby models from back in the day in a random bunch of dwarves I bought. So I bought this random bunch of dwarves, and I got the Dwarf Lord model that I really like in it. like I said, is there any model like I really want more than anything? I'm definitely going to be looking at doing like proper book reviews when the new books start coming out. That's something I'm definitely going to look into. I probably will never go too heavily into competitive stuff, mainly because that's just not me. But I'll definitely be looking at like some how to play videos and stuff like that. All right, yeah, that sort of stuff. Like, I'll definitely be looking at when we get doing book reviews. Want to sort of look at that, not talk about it. I don't want to talk about a book as if like in the sense of like, oh, this is good, this is bad. I want to. Hades watches a lot of my content. My whole thing is, I want to do good with the thing I like. I want to do the best I can with this, and if that means it's like getting a win is the best I can do with that, then getting a win is the best I can do with that. But yeah, that'll be definitely like looking at synergies and stuff like that is something I'm going to look into when we get doing the book reviews. So I've done a lot of chefing. So I did my apprenticeship. I worked in fine dining as an apprentice. I've done like pub work. I've done cafes. I've been a patisserie chef before. I've done pretty much everything. I've been a chef for I'm 29 this year, and I've just turned 29, and I've been a chef for 16 years since I was 13. No. Yeah, that's my idea with the reviews is I want to tell you how to use your model that you like as best as it possibly can be. That's what I want to go with the reviews of like, cool, you like X. Here's how you can use X. You can decide whether it's good enough for you, but I will tell you what it can do and how you can get the most out of that thing it does. Yeah, I started my apprenticeship when I was 13. See you later, Rick. However, that is going to have to be me gone as well. I've got to go get to the kiddies. I got work in the morning, and I'm going to get up and watch the Chelsea football game. So we're going to do that in the morning. Nice. But I want to say thank you to everyone for coming and joining. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if you haven't already, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you to everyone who supports the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. You're all fantastic, and I'll see you all again real soon, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.